Hey, Tubies, this is Bob Hickman. It is so good to be back with you. You know, I always get excited when I get to come here and be with you guys. Anyways, I promised you guys we would have another alien races video today. Seems you guys really like that. And today's video is interesting. We're going to talk about a race known as the Lyran race. The Lyran race are also commonly known as the cat people. You say, Psychic Bob, cat people aliens? And what's really interesting is, now this ties into one of our former videos. I did another video on the Pleiades, which I'll put the link below there and you can go see that. But the Lyran cat people, they are actually interconnected with the Pleiades. The Pleiades star system, which I'll put up here, is actually interconnected with the Lyran star system. And in fact, the two star systems, the Pleiades and the Lyran star group, are known as the Lyran group. So the Pleiades are actually Lyran to a degree. Now, as I mentioned in my Palladium video, it is believed that the human race comes from the Pleiades. We actually come from out there. And so we are Palladian, even though we're Earth people. And the Lyrans also are very humanoid. Now, let me explain to you, there are different classes of Lyrans. There's one class of Lyran who are basically, the same as the Palladians. They look like Earth humans. But then there's another race within the Lyran race, which is the cat people. Now, when I say cat people, they don't look just like cats. They actually look like humans. They look like people. They have, typically, standard human body, 2 arms, 2 legs, stand upright, face, eyes, ears. But their facial appearance has that of a cat. And I'm going to put a picture up here for you. Now, the Lyrans are very interesting because they are, as I said, are interconnected with the Palladians. They're very humanoid. But the Lyrans, they tend to be very agile. They're very strong, very intelligent. They have advanced technology equal to the Pleiades. They can travel vast distances across interstellar space. I do believe they also understand transdimensional travel as well. And that accounts for how they're able to travel. Now, their world, Lyra, as I said, is part of the Lyran star system, and the main star around which their planet revolves is known as the Vega star. I'm going to put a picture up here for you of that as well. Now, what's interesting about the Lyran people is physically, as I said, they look very human, but on the surface of their skin, from what I've heard from people who have encountered them, they have a light coating of kind of like what we would call peach fuzz over their whole body, because on their planet, there seems to be a lot of ultraviolet radiation from the star Vega. So for them, this kind of gentle covering of light fur on their skin, peach fuzz, really, it's not like fur. They don't have fur. They have skin just like humans. But it has a soft coating of a light hair, actually protects them from the ultraviolet light. And I imagine for their space travel, that's also important because even in space you could have toxic radiation. But supposedly this light, gentle peach fuzz is very protective of their skin. They tend to have, as you know, small mouths like cats and very small noses. And one of the things that's interesting is the Lyrans have said that when they first encountered humans, they were surprised at the size of our mouths. They think our mouths look really strange because they have very tiny mouths, very much like cats. And they think our noses look very big. So it's very, very interesting, Now, what's interesting also is I do believe that the Lyrans have had previous historical contact with the Earth. Now, when we talk about abductions and visitations, you don't often hear of the Lyrans. Mostly it's the Palladians and, of course, the Greys, who we've done series on, who are interacting with humans. But occasionally the Lyrans do come. Now, Just to give you some background history, in ancient Egypt, there was a goddess called Bastet, and she was the cat goddess. And I'll put her picture up here for you. And interestingly, Bastet, many people in the UFO community believe that she's actually a Lyran. And she became, when she first came to the people, they were so amazed they thought she was a goddess, and they started worshiping her. But she really may have simply been a Lyran visiting Egypt at the time. So very interesting there. Now what's also very interesting is that the Lyrans claim to have saved humanity and saved Earth in the far distant past. It appears there was a war between the Draconis star system, which are the reptilians. I did a video on them as well. The reptilians from star Dracos came to Earth and tried to take over and dominate and destroy humanity. But the Palladians and the Lyrans, the cat people, bonded together, and there seems to have been a war over who controls the Earth. Well, the Palladians and the Lyrans, basically got back control and saved humanity. But what's very interesting is this story of the fight between the cats and the serpents is shown in ancient Egyptian art. And people who have been encountered with the Lyrans have said that these images represent the ancient war between the Lyrans and the Draconis star system people. So, when we think about Earth's history, if we look at it in that light, very, very interesting. I think that, history is a lot more complex than we've, previously been told. And, as I have said it, I do believe in the coming years, all of this is going to become public knowledge. And the world governments already know and will soon release it. But you can say, well, Psychic Bob told us long before the government told us. And you'll remember I told you. But anyways, as far as the Lyran cat people, and as well as the Lyran humanoids, they're peaceful. They are very, as I said, very intelligent. They are no threat to humanity. I do believe when disclosure happens, we're going to see the Palladians or the Lyran humanoid be the first contactees, because I think the governments don't want to overwhelm people. But eventually we will see the Lyran cat people. We're going to see the other various races. But for right now, just know that the Lyrans are part of the Lyran star system, which interconnects with the Pleiades. And the Pleiades is actually, I should say, part of the Lyran star system. So Lyran branches off into two branches, humanoid Lyran and cat people Lyran. And then we have the Pleiades, Pleiadians, which are humanoid. So the Lyran humanoids and the Pleiadian humanoids can't really hardly tell a difference. I probably wouldn't know one from the other if I met them. But yeah, they are all interconnected and all interrelated. And I think they've played a very big role in the Earth's history. So anyways, I just want to bring that to you as something you guys might want to research. We're going to continue with our alien races series. I'm going to have some more on that. But for now, check out the Lyrans. I think you'll be fascinated. Look up the ancient history of Egypt. Study Bastet. You'll get a lot of insight as to what's going on. Anyways, guys, I'm so glad you're here. Hope that gives you a little insight today. And put comments in the box below. Tell me if you're familiar with the Lyrans. Maybe you've actually encountered a Lyran. People have. So maybe you have. And I would sure love to hear about it. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Thumbs up, like it, share it. Make sure to share these videos around. We want the truth to get out there. Tell your friends about it. And listen, keep it here at Spirit Channel. We got more coming. Thumbs up, as I said. Also, if you haven't, hit that subscribe button. It's free to join, and we'd sure love you to be here. So keep it here at Spirit Channel. Next week, we've got messages from the spirit world coming, and we're going to have another video on the Order of the Purple Cord. And if you haven't joined the Order of the Purple Cord, go over to my website to www.robert-hickman.com. It gives detailed instructions on how to join the order. It's free. And also, while you're at my website, Go over to my bookstore and check out my new book, Psychic Bob's Book of Wiccan Wisdom. So you don't want to miss that. And the video right before this did a reading from him. We'll have more on that next week as well. So check out my books, research the Lyrans, get involved here at Spirit Channel. Share your thoughts, okay? I want you guys to tell me what you're thinking, what you're learning. Maybe you've seen some UFOs. We'd love to see it. Also, over on my Instagram page, I also do every Saturday UFO watch, and I do postings of sightings and things. So make sure to go over there. And if you have any sightings, put them on my, put them on your page, or tell me on my Instagram, and also tell me here at YouTube. So guys, thanks so much for being here. We'll talk to you next week. Blessings to you.